So I'm going to call the regular meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals for the month of October to order. And at this time, I'm going to ask well, I guess we'll start with the roll call, if we would, please.
Yes, sir. Carrie Callahan,
Here.
Chris Cloud,
Here.
Kate Grady Benson,
Here.
Liz Gemsky,
Here.
Steve Walsh, I'll note for the record, is absent. John Schoenhorn,
Here.
alternates Marianne DeCentoro.
Here.
Thank you. Haritha Subramanian. Haritha is not online. Haritha is not online, so Haritha is absent, and Peter Master Batista alerted us that he would not be in attendance. this
Okay.
evening.
At this time, I would then ask that the secretary read the notice for tonight's meeting. Wait, before we begin, someone else has just joined.
Yeah, that's Haritha. Haritha, can you acknowledge for attendance, please?
Yes.
There
I'm
you
present.
go. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, could we have the secretary read the notice for tonight's meeting?
Sure. Town of Farmington Zoning Board of Appeals notice is hereby given that the Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a hybrid in-person and online public hearing Monday, October 20th, 2025 at 7 p.m. in the Town Hall Council Chambers on the following application. Limitless Property LLC application for yard variance to reduce the west side yard setback from 25 feet to 13 feet to construct a sunroom addition on a single-family home at 17 Mountain Road, R40 zone. Interested parties are encouraged to participate in this hybrid public hearing. It is the preference of the board that participation be in person. The link of this meeting may be found on the Town of Farmington's website. A copy of the proposal is available online or by calling the planning department at the Farmington Town Hall at 860-675-2325. Dated at Farmington, Connecticut, October 1st, 2025. Farmington Zoning Board of Appeals, John Schuhorn, Chairman.
All right, the way these meetings operate, we will hear first from the applicant. We've also received, and whoever's going to speak will please come up to the podium because it's recorded and there's a microphone there. Then we will hear from anyone, including in writing, who is here in support of the application. We'll then hear from anyone who is opposed to it, either in person, remotely, or through correspondence, which I understand there is some correspondence, but that'll be after you make your presentation and members of the board have had a chance to ask questions. All right. So if you are you here for the applicant?
No, the applicant's not here.
He's not here.
Oh, okay.
This is
All
the
right.
second time.
Then this is the second time that this has happened.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We have had, are you Mr. Marino? Yes, I am. All right, so we've received 2 letters from you, Mr. Marino, and we have also, you're here in person tonight. So I'll entertain a motion that this time that the application be denied with prejudice. Last month, if I recall, it was denied without prejudice because we didn't know where or why the applicant wasn't here. I'll just ask the town planner if you've received any correspondence from the applicant regarding their failure to appear,
No, sir.
nor have they explained last month's failure.
I don't know. I wasn't involved in that
Af-
correspondence. I don't know
Okay.
because Town Planner Daigle was in communication with the applicant. Mr. Daigle obviously is not here this evening, so I'm
All right.
taking his place to run the meeting, but I don't know the
He-
particulars.
The applicant came in towards the end of our last hearing and he was stuck in traffic, is what he said.
Okay.
Oh, when you said, yeah, after we had adjourned.
Yeah.
All right, well, I left early because I was conflicted out.
Right.
I understand. Okay, so
Do you want-
I drove, I don't, tonight traffic was pretty light, I'll note. So you want to have a little discussion before, well, let's have the motion. We'll
Well,
discuss it before we vote. How's that?
Mr. Chair, just if I may, are you going to seat somebody for Mr.?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm going to ask that tonight that that Commissioner Subramanian be appointed in lieu of Mr. Walsh.
Thank you.
And we're, because, no, that's the only person regular
Correct.
members missing, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I will, let's start with that. Let's entertain a motion and we'll discuss it.
Did we have a motion to deny with prejudice? Or just that?
Last time it was
Without-
denied without prejudice.
I remember.
Right. So I'm asking, and that was unanimously approved without prejudice. Oh, there wasn't
One
dissent.
dissenting vote by Commissioner Master Batista.
That's right. I recall that. All right. So I'm asking right now for a motion to deny with prejudice this time. And we'll ask for a second, then we'll discuss it before we vote.
Do we want to give the applicant a couple more minutes? Or do we just want to move forward?
Well, that's a good point of order. Should we take a 10-minute recess? I will ask the board for just a consensus on that. Do you want to wait 10 minutes? Or not?
We can wait 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, I think we'll wait 10 minutes. I will just note that in light of the fact that the applicant realized that, they could have gotten denied last time with prejudice, that they would have made an effort to be here, but,
You would think they'd be here on time.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
but,
Mr.
willing
Chair, Mr. Chair, if I may, because I sent a text message to Mr. Daigle. He was able to respond to my text message. He has received a message from the applicant. The message he got was at 6:51. I am currently 10 minutes away, stuck on 84 West.
and then what's the time for that? 10
That
minutes?
text, that message was at 6:51 saying he was 10 minutes out. It's already now 15 minutes since then, but
I just drove
Um,
in for West.
Yeah, I know, me too. I'm willing to wait the 10 minutes then. Should we, by consensus, everyone, including remote members, are you in agreement?
Yes.
Kate and Haritha? Thank you.
Commissioner Grady Benson, are you also in agreement?
We may have lost her. I can,
Uh-oh.
Yes, I'm
Chasing
in
us on-
agreement. I'm sorry. I had, yes, I'm in agreement. Can you hear me?
All right, so we'll stand in recess for till 7:15.
duly noted.
There you go. Big of the dough.
Mr. Chair, I
It's a
believe
short
this is our
recess.
We tried to give you grace.
We just went into recess for 10 minutes so that give you time to get here. All right. I just want to make sure that the
come out of recess.
remote people are still available so we can go back and we don't have to take our full 10 minutes.
Yep.
Commissioner
Sounds good.
Subramanian, are you there? All right.
Yes.
And
Can you hear me?
Commissioner Grady Benson? Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Grady Benson?
Those hills in Colorado.
She just dropped off.
Oh, no.
She dropped off?
Well, let's give her a little time. She might come back at 7:15.
Yeah. Let me see if I text her. Yeah, but then I would appoint Mary Ann.
Then we have-
Oh, she's back. Hey, Kate, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay, are you available? The applicant arrived. Are you available for us to proceed and we'll adjourn our recess? early?
Affirmative.
Thank you.
All right, then we'll call the meeting back to order. And I explained before you arrived, sir, that the process here is that we begin with the applicant. You will stand up at the podium here. You will identify yourself and your address and your relationship to the property itself, and then make your presentation. Anything you want to say. Commissioners may have some questions for you. And then you can have anyone who wants to speak on your behalf, either remotely or in person speak, or if somebody submitted something in writing. And then we will hear from anyone opposed to your application, all right? So if you want to come up now to the podium, please, and give us your name, spell your name for the record, and your address and your relationship to the applicant.
Okay, good evening, everybody. So my full name is Bishko Kolojechak, ZBYSZKO, and then KOLODZIEJCZAK. I'm an owner and operator of Limitless Properties out of Middletown, Connecticut at 150 East Main Street. The property we are here talking about is at 7 Tame Mountain Road. We're looking to build a small addition, small
Are you the
sunroom
owner?
addition.
Are you the owner of the property?
No, this is my client's
Okay.
property.
Got it.
Yep. It's roughly like written over here, about 14 wide and 12 feet away from the building sunroom, with the slider on the left side, and then one window, and pretty much that's the only place that we can put it at. And I did go check with Farmington Valley Health Department that they're, as far as the other placement, but there is septic on the other side of the property, which would not let me build or in the front of it. So this was pretty much the only placement to put the sunroom in.
Do you have pictures of what the sunroom looks like that are part of the record that we can just pull up? Like a drawing or draft?
No, I do not. I mean, it's pretty much gonna match exactly what the house is. It's just, I was going to prepare that with applying for the permit if it would, let's say, get approved.
But is it going to be one story or? it's
No,
gonna be
just
off
one
the-
story.
One story.
No,
So with a flat roof or with a?
yeah, flat roof.
This would be on the back of the house or the side? Back.
Yeah, back, right, exactly right there, yep. It's a little bit small, it's a little bit smaller than the white stones that are there now.
All right, so we'll turn to the commissioners here. We'll start with Commissioner De Santoro. Do you have any questions?
Just one question.
Yes,
So how long has the owner lived in this?
it's his property. I want to say he purchased the new from the builder, from what I was told. I want to say it was built 2020.
So,
I-
2020,
I want to say so.
okay. So he.
To
he
be
bought
honest
it-
with you, I'm sorry, I haven't asked him exactly, but from when I looked through the records, I think a little bit, I think that's roughly the time.
Okay, so relatively recent
Yes,
house. Okay, so when he bought the property and had the house built or bought the house on the property, he knew what the restrictions were at that time?
he didn't specify. He just was interested with the sunroom. I guess he likes the house, but when they do gather for some occasions, that he simply don't have a space even for the dining room in a way. So that's why he would want to extend it a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
But before I turn to the next commissioner, I would just ask Shannon, could you just go through the history? I mean, I recall when there was and I know it's in the report, when this was being built, there were some concerns about the size of the lot and a desire to get a variance, which was, I understand, denied. Do you recall those circumstances specifically as to what the issue was then?
To
Other
a certain
than-
extent, I can walk through. So to answer some of the questions that have been brought up to date, the house has a year built date of 2021. And the LLC that built the house is Best Built LLC. The current owner purchased the house in March of 22.
Hmm.
So I don't know if it was occupied prior to the current owner, or if they are the original owner. Then with respect to the prior attempt, there had been an original request for a variance on this property back in 2020. I'll try and find one of the, here's, it doesn't really matter which plan. There were two plans proposed, but in both cases, the request had been for a front yard variance, basically to approximately reduce the front yard in half. Again, noting that there's the easement running through. It's a CLNP easement that runs through the property. And of course, having to accommodate the septic system. So that was requested back in, I believe, September or October of 22. These plans are dated September, of 20. The plans are dated September of 2020. I presume, yeah, we've got a ZBA meeting of September 21st, 2020. And the application was denied at that meeting. There were a number of individuals spoke in opposition, and it was denied unanimously to reduce the front yard setback from 50 feet to 30 feet. Is there any other details that you would like, Mr. Chair?
No, brings up the history. So I'll now turn to Commissioner Gemsky. Do you have any
So
questions?
this shows what the buildable, I'm sorry, this shows the 150-foot CLMP easement. This shows the house as built. So they did build a home on it that complied with the setbacks, pulled it out of the front yard because they did not receive the variance. So here's the as-built, and then the septic system is here up tucked in the north corner. So basically, the entire property has consumed, or the building has used all of the usable area. And there's a 25-foot setback from the septic system that prohibits building within that last triangular piece at the nose. That's all.
Thank you. Commissioner Gemsky.
So just for the record, I think you said it would be a little bit smaller than the stones, but it looks wider, just so I'm noting that for the record. And you said it would be a one-room addition
Mhm.
with a flat roof. Would there be off the back, would there be an entrance to the outside or be fully enclosed?
Where the basketball hoop looks like is.
Yeah,
Looking on this on the other side, yes, there will be the steps that are right there.
will be
Will
on
be
the
a
side.
the slider that's there will be pointing towards the tree that's in a photo.
And so can I see that on the bigger?
You want on the map?
Yes, please.
Yeah, of course. Is an aerial okay? Does
Yes.
that work?
Yeah.
All right, let me do.
Yeah.
So there's the area of
Right.
stone.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the
South of that, yep.
the door
Yep.
will face south.
And no window by the on the left side, as they wanna keep it solid. They wanna, if anything, the window in this case, to the north, right? Just to have some privacy too.
So I'm sorry, you said the windows would be on the,
Yeah, there, yep. Just to get some light in, but not to pretty much have the traffic.
okay.
So the slider will be on the south side And there'll be possibly one or two windows on the north side and nothing on the left side or west side facing the driveway and the arborvitae.
Mhm.
Is that
And
correct?
the end of the house is where the line is that accurate?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Just the line, yep, where does it end?
Oh, the setback line?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go this way with the colored image. So the house, the near corner, the north corner is on the, basically on the setback. It's a 25-foot setback and that north corner is at 25.3 feet.
so the butts right there.
So, and then the squiggle line is
Yeah.
representative of the arborvitae that we're seeing in the photo.
Yeah,
And then this thinner line is basically the driveway edge.
okay. So it would be a one-room addition. Would there be any plumbing or
No,
no
Just-
plumbing, just
just
electricity?
electric. and a mini split for the heat and cool.
Okay.
The back.
So where would you put the pump, the outside pump?
In the back. No, other side, on the north side. Yeah, right.
You put it there.
That way it's out of the way for everybody.
Okay,
Any other questions?
I'm good.
Commissioner Cloud?
So is this a standalone home or is this part of a community of some
Or
sort?
just standalone home,
Mm.
just corner lot.
And what is the actual footage of what you're trying to create? I know you mentioned
So-
rocks, but what is that actual?
Finished. Well, 140 square feet, finished space inside.
So
Slightly
what is,
slightly less likely. Between
Like-
120 and 140.
114 by 10.
Because that's the maximum dimensions with the framing. After you take out the 2x6 walls,
So
you're gonna lose some footage, so.
our exterior dimensions, Commissioner Cloud, it's 14 by 12 is the exterior dimensions. So we calculate it as 168 square feet.
gotcha.
We don't use the interior of the wall thickness, so we go to the outside wall. 14 by 12 is 168 square feet.
Next time I'm just gonna trust Carrie because he's got the math down there. That's a joke.
It's right here.
I don't have it. That's fine. All right, so then who does it, that road there that it abuts, whose driveway is that?
On the top of the property,
Yeah.
it's one of the neighbors. I'm not too sure exactly which house number it is, to be honest.
Gotcha. Okay, those are the only questions I have. Thank you.
Commissioner Callahan?
I don't have any further questions.
All right, Commissioner Grady Benson? Questions?
Actually, about the split and then the pump outside, is there plans in place to basically do some kind of shielding of that pump? A fence, plantings, is there anything like that in the plan?
I mean, if it's necessary to, I don't have a problem, let's say, hiding it safe way, so it's not visible for anyone. That might cause an eyesore, but we would place it where it's pretty much not visible, but the plants could be planted, no problem. We can do what the shrubs as they are on the property line on top. That's no problem for me at all to do.
Well, okay, so the arborvitae would hide it, the arborvitae that's along the street.
What I'm saying, I could plant more in front so there would pretty much the whole equipment would be concealed. It wouldn't be shown,
Great.
but also safe.
No more
Any
questions.
other questions?
No, thank you.
Commissioner Subramanian?
Yes, I have a couple questions. So first, just to clarify, based on like the diagram that I'm seeing, there is any other possible space where something could be built would be would fall either on easement, septic, or driveway. Is that true?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's the placement we can put it at.
Can you
Okay.
speak up a little?
Oh.
I could hear your answer.
Sorry, yeah, this is the only place and on the property that it's even somehow possible, if it will be possible. Anything
Okay.
else that's not gonna work. It's not going to work.
Okay. Also, I saw the word self-created hardship being thrown around. Could I get a better idea what that would mean, given that past owners have asked for this, it was denied, and it was also called a self-created hardship. So I just love some clarification on that.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Who are you directing that question
Oh.
to?
Sorry, that might be for our chair.
All right, well, I can probably, if I recall correctly, because at that meeting, the issue was that they wanted to put in a house larger than the buildable area, but this was a subdivision and they knew that there was a CLNP, well, now Eversource lien, it's not a lien, easement on the property, which limited the construction. So by the owner subdivided and then wanted to build a larger house there, and it was denied, if I recall, because it was a self-created hardship by the way that it was subdivided, if that answers your question.
And that's my recollection as well.
Commissioner Callahan agrees that that was the,
The grizzled veterans.
yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Any other questions? No, I'm asking. Her. Commissioner Subramanian, any other question?
Not right now.
All right, I have a couple of questions, all right? When you discuss where you're gonna put the compressor, is this just an air conditioner compressor, or is it a mini split, or is it a heat pump with a mini split?
Yeah, both pretty much. I mean, the unit that would heat and cool the room.
So it's heat and cool.
Yeah.
So it's not just an air conditioner that you only use in the summer. This would be something.
Yes,
you
it would
use all
heat up
year
the-
round.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you're gonna put the compressor on the other side of the building completely. Is that right?
Yeah, either it can either go on the new wall that we would put up there, or we can put it on the existing wall. There would be a lot of space there on the existing wall, right on the corner north side, right there.
Well,
On the-
it might matter, because if you're putting it on the side where you're extending a porch, then there's gonna be, and I don't recall at the moment how much noise is emitted by the newer model heat pumps, but they do tend to make some noise. And if it was being on the same side, that would also, I guess, be within the variance that you're seeking to put a heat pump outside from that room?
I follow you, yep, okay. So we could put it where no, a little lower on the left, to the right, I'm sorry. No, yeah,
Over
in the back wall there.
on this
Right,
wall?
yeah, because there is access through the basement too, if I have to. It's not finished, so I could run it on the other side of the home.
In other words, you'd run the tubing
Yeah.
from the other side of the house through the basement
I could.
ceiling to
Yeah.
this side of the house. Is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I could, yes. Look, I mean, I'm pretty flexible as far as that. I just wanted to make sure that if we will go forward with this, it's gonna work for everyone and not just.
I'm just, my only concern is that you haven't given more thought to that when, you're saying you could do it, but it's not in your plan, right? So we don't know, according to your application, where you're gonna put the external compressor. Is that right?
Well, at this moment, again, I mean, I usually hire people to do the HVAC. I'm not qualified or licensed to do that part. So with their knowledge where they're supposed to go, I usually, and especially knowing that, okay, let's not put it on a new wall, the back side of the, on the new wall, then I would make sure that would go on the, where it, that the noise would not be an issue.
Right, and just if you would, just explain, I understand that the external walls of this proposed, extension would be 12 by 14, but would the 14 be the parallel to the house, or would the 14 be the extension out perpendicular from the house?
12 feet would be parallel to the house, the perpendicular 14 wide. From where the stairs are, it will be 7 feet left, 7 feet right.
Got it. Okay.
That's the out with outer portions of the walls.
All right, does anyone from the commission have any other questions?
I just have a clarifying question. You said you would put the hardware for the heat pump in the basement? Is that accurate?
No, just to run
You can't do that.
the lines.
Okay. So where would the actual fan be? The pump part for
Could be.
split? Where would that be? It's still not clear. on
If
that.
this placement right there under, like, on the side of the window, there's some space as well, but in a back wall, not on that wall, but more
Mhm.
on the all the way right there.
So the side of the house.
Yeah.
As well.
Okay. Just-
And the HVAC units are not subject to setback requirements.
I do have one more.
Anyone else? Oh,
Kate Grady Benson, I have one more question. Because we don't have any plans or drawings, is this going to be a one-story addition, or is this going to go to the
So
roof? How are you, what's the roof line of this look like?
what does what look like?
The
The
roof
roof
line,
line.
How far up are you going?
It's gonna be
On that picture, how far up on the house is the roof of the new extension proposed?
Could we go to the other photo with the stones? Well, like, so it's a little closer in the front,
Of course.
I mean, in the back there.
Hang on one sec.
It's okay.
Second.
That one, yeah,
So the roof line's gonna
yeah,
be just over the
slightly,
top of
slightly above
this.
that, just not interfering with the window. That's a exhaust vent that will have to be exhausted out.
so that will be,
From
the
one-
exhaust vent will be above the roof line.
Yes, it would not just stay there. We would put it outside where so that way it can vent out.
I see.
So the roof line is
Slightly
gonna be
higher than
the,
this, because you need a little bit more pistons.
so
Okay.
the roof line must start approximately here on the house.
Slightly,
so the-
slightly higher.
Okay, and the vent is going to be moved.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay. And it's a flat roof? Or it's pitched?
Yes, pitched, but
Flat?
one slope. Not
Okay.
two slopes.
You have to clarify, a flat roof means it's horizontal.
No, it's
A pitched
pitched.
roof, it'd
pitch
be,
one sloped roof, yeah.
so in
Okay.
order for it to be a slope, wouldn't it have to start higher up on the house than just where the exhaust fan is?
Slightly higher than this, definitely not this mark, slightly higher.
Do you have the dimensions of how high the portion of this extension would be on the house side versus the slope down to the extension into the side yard? How many feet?
It's about 12 feet. The 6 and 6, 12 to 10 to 12 feet.
And then based on how would it be, how high would it be on on the wall closest to the encroachment in the side yard setback towards the driveway? How high would that part be?
From the
Ground.
floor, or from the ground, then it's gonna be about 11. I was counting from, let's say, the floor that we would build.
Okay,
So
But
12 feet at the building, from the ground, by the building side, it would be then, 13, 14 feet. And then on the outer edge, where the lower portion would be about, 11, 10, let's see, 8. Yeah, 10, 11 feet.
And you don't have even a rough diagram of what it would look like so we can visualize that with this, for example, would the slope of that extension be the same azimuth? If you know what that means, the percentage of how high or the pitch rather of the roof from the rest of that side of the house? Or is it going to be a slightly different? See, there's the roof.
Yes, no, I understand. Yeah, it's from looking at it, it's gonna be slightly less than what it is there.
Yeah, that's pretty steep.
All right. Does anyone else have any other questions? Online commissioners, any last questions before I turn it over to anyone else who wants to speak?
Yes, one last question, just because we were talking about the height stuff and the roof. So just to clarify, the roof would not go over like the 14, or sorry, the 12-foot line. Like it'll all be within that. It doesn't go further than that.
I think he said 13 to 14 feet.
From the
No,
ground.
he's
Yep.
talking about
Oh.
the height. So
Height.
Yeah,
So that was-
what about like the length?
On the length.
So is there going to be a gutter overhang? So you've shown this 12 by 14. So at
Mhm.
approximately at the wall, you're at 14 feet height, and out here, 12 feet out, you're going to be roughly 11 or 12 feet. At that 12-foot point, is there a gutter? that
Yeah,
you're
there
gonna
will be-
add?
there
So
will
there'll
be gutters.
Even a gutter, so that's probably what, another six
Yeah.
inches or so that
Yep.
isn't. So the wall is at 12 feet, and then there's going to be a gutter overhang.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
That's typical. The gutter can overhang by 6 inches to a foot. That's standard. It's in the
I thought the
regulation.
wall would be at 14 feet.
Excuse me?
I thought the wall would be at 14 feet. I thought it ended at 14.
No, so it's 12 feet out from the house.
14 is the-
14 is
Oh,
the,
I'm
is the
sorry.
width
Okay, yes, yes,
running
yes.
the length of the house.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Apologies.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to add before I turn it over to the members of the public?
Oh, that was good. Thank you.
I think.
All right. Thank
Thank
you. So
Appreciate
at
it.
this time, I'm going to ask if there's anyone who wishes to speak in favor of the applicant, either in person or online.
Mr. Chair, there's no one online except our commission members.
Okay, then I'm going to ask that anyone, but before I turn it, is there any written communications in opposition?
There is, yes.
Just for the I think we've seen it unless there's more, but if you just identify what there is so that it's in the record.
Certainly. So we have a email from a Mr. Michael Marino, excuse me, dated September 5th, 2025, in opposition to the application. And then there is a second email from Mr. Marino dated October 14th, 2025, also in opposition. These, the documents were shared with the applicant. They've been posted to the website. They were shared with the commission.
So does anyone wish then to speak in opposition to the application? Would you also please come to the podium, identify yourself for the record, and I'll note that we do have that correspondence as part of the record.
Okay. I'm Michael Marino, 9 Tane Mountain Road. First off, I think I'd like to address, and I'm hoping it's a moot point because most of my objections are on more logistics. But I'd like to object to this discussion about roof pitches and heights and stuff. It seems like nobody knows what's going on with that. There are no pictures. Years ago, I was in construction and, you know, the typical house they have there now is probably a 6 pitch, which would make that back wall that you're asking him. He was starting to talk about 12 feet high, maybe a little higher, maybe 14. That could put that up as high as 16 feet. All of this, I think, really doesn't matter, other than the fact that it's pretty vague and hard to understand. Another thing that I think might be pertinent, but the drainage, that the elevations on the topo on that map are incorrect. The topo should show a rise from, if you can show me the picture of the red marks on the ground.
The photograph with the red lines, is that what the photographs with the red lines, is that one?
Yes, that one. So from where the pointer is moving toward the driveway, it starts around that red line and it rises on the far end 2 or 3 feet, and on this end 5 or 6 feet. So if you were to put a structure there, all of the water that comes in from the red line closest to us back through the building and up the hill, all the water will be trapped in there. Again, I don't know how important this is, because my objection is somewhat the aesthetics of it, because I have to drive by it every day. But a lot of it is more of the logistics. And I'd like to just touch on that. There's a lot of history on this piece. I think you've all read my email. Plus, I would hope looked at the denials that were given back in, I believe it was 22, based on a free split. When you have a free split, you end up creating a building footprint that you can build in. You're creating your own situation where it's not something, it's not a hardship. Basically, it's a self-created hardship, if you will. And basically, my objections are standing on that. Obviously, the aesthetics of it, I've been in my home now 30 years. We've done a lot of work to the property. To have to drive by something that is as close to my house as my driveway as it is now, which is right on the line, to have any other intrusion moving forward, looking down at this thing coming down the driveway, that would be upsetting. But be it as it may, I think my strongest objection is that this free split situation has some backbone to it, and I think it needs to be adhered to.
Before I open up to questions, just clarify from either this picture or some of the others, which is your property? Is it where the arborvitae is?
All the arborvitaes are on the line, and if you look down, you can see, if there's a picture looking down, you'll see my driveway runs that whole driveway there from the street all the way back, and my house is in the back area.
And is your house where the arrow, the mouse right is there? Is that your house there?
Yes.
19 Mountain Road.
Yes, and at one point or another, I owned 9. I built and sold 11, and I rebuilt and moved my kids into 15, 40, 35 years ago. So that whole section was somewhat developed by me.
All right, do you want to add anything else before any questions?
Unless there's any questions for me.
Right, Commissioner De Santoro, any questions?
No questions.
Commissioner Gemsky,
No questions.
Commissioner Cloud,
No, none.
Commissioner Callahan.
No.
Commissioner Grady Benson,
No questions.
Commissioner Subramanian.
I think that was a question.
Could you repeat that for the record? We couldn't hear you.
No questions.
And I have no questions. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Mhm.
At this time, I'm going to close the hearing and we will go to discussion. I will take a motion. For purposes of discussion, I want to remind the members that the motion has to be stated in the affirmative. That does not mean anyone has to vote in a particular way, but that's the way our process works. So I'll entertain a motion regarding this
I'll
application.
make the motion to approve the application of Limitless Properties LLC for a yard variance to alter the side yard setback from 25 feet to 13 feet to construct a sunroom at 7 Tane Mountain Road, Unionville, R40 zone.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, discussion, it's your motion.
I am sympathetic to the property owner's situation, but as Mr. Marino pointed out, this was and this is harkening back to the last hearing in which some of us participated. It was a free split, which resulted in a relatively small buildable area. They built, the house got built right up to the edge, and now the applicant is coming back and saying, give me more. And I don't think there's been an adequate showing of hardship to justify the granting of variance under the circumstances.
Anyone else wish to comment?
I have a comment. If not a question. So based on the history of this home, the owner did change, right? Like the applicant who came here last time is not the current owner of the house. Is that not true?
The builder was the original owner. The property owner, before it was built, there was no house there.
Yeah.
Wanted to build a house that was larger than the approved area. Then he or she, I don't know, sold the property to the individual homeowner, who I guess is contracting with Limitless Properties to for this particular request. Does that answer your question?
It's not the same applicant who brought this up in the past, like person
Well, as
wise.
part of the Commissioner the planner Rutherford pointed out that it was built by a different LLC, as it was a different construction company we have now.
Correct.
Okay.
It is not the same app.
Gotcha.
Anyone else?
Well, it's not the same application either.
Right, it's not the same application, right? So, Commissioner Gensky, do you want to weigh in?
I have to agree. I feel like that, this was kind of built where it could be built, and no greater was approved. And, I think you have to do your research when you're buying a house, recognizing the past of where the house is. And so to me, that was a big signal to the purchaser that you're not really going to be able to extend the footprint any further.
Okay, Commissioner Grady Benson, do you want to add anything as the seconder of the motion?
I would just, I agree with Commissioner Callahan as well. And also, there just seems to be not a lot of information about what this structure is going to look like. It's all conceptual. I'm having a hard time with that. But yeah, no, that's where I stand.
And I'm just going to note, I don't see the hardship that has to be made clear for us. It would move this structure, which we're unclear of how high it will be, but it does look like it would be higher than the arborvitae, which were obviously installed in order to act as a kind of buffer between the property of the neighbor, Mr. Marino, and this property owner. So based on that, if nobody else has any comments, I'm going to ask for a roll call vote, please.
Carrie Callahan,
No.
Christopher Cloud,
No.
Kate Grady Benson,
No.
Liz Gemsky,
No.
Haritha Subramanian, Haritha, your vote,
No.
and Chairman Schoenhorn.
I'm going to have to vote no as well. So I'm very sorry.
That's what we'd be done for. I understand that.
Okay. So moving on to, moving on, I'll just say that the application is denied. And I will entertain a motion regarding to the minutes of the September meeting. I'll entertain a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Did I hear opposition?
I'm gonna,
Okay.
abs- I'd like to abstain.
Abstain.
I wasn't present. Kate Grady Benson.
And I'll just note, although I voted aye, I left the meeting because of a conflict, but I have no qualms with the minutes, so I'm voting aye on that as well. So before we adjourn, I just want to recognize that we have some high school seniors here from, I assume, Farmington High School. And in the past, we have had students come in. Some of the meetings are more interesting than others, but like I said, we don't have that, most of our meetings are less than an hour, so maybe you lucked out or we're sad that you didn't have a lot. And before we adjourn, do you have any questions that you want to ask of any of us about the process?
Extra credit.
Yeah, extra credit, right?
How would you guys call the person that submitted the project? Applicant. The applicant.
The
Applicant.
Okay. And does he have the possibility to maybe submit it again?
That's a very good question. Under our rules, a denial is at least for 6 months, right? A person can reapply with some changes, or they can take into consideration what was said and either reduce it or move it. But within 6 months, a substantially similar plan cannot be brought before the board. After that, they can come back every 6 months with the same one and hope they get a different result. But, you know, that's up to them. They have to pay somebody to do that, I assume.
Thank you.
Anything else? All right, so then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?